love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was greatest night in the history of television.
Okay, y'all. Welcome to the I Am Nicole Knox TV show, Sis Let's Talk. And let's get into this Will Smith situation. First and foremost, anybody that knows Jada Pinkett, she has talked about her alopecia. She's talked about the scars on her head. She's talked about hair problems. She's talked about that for a very long time. Let's just start there. Secondly, the Smiths have been in the media for a very, very, very long time in reference to, yes, people are celebrities, and that's one thing that I'm having a struggle with, is that if I could do what I love, if I can sing, if I could do all this stuff, give y'all content and do all that and not be famous, I would truly like to do that. Because what I don't like is I don't like people in my goddamn business. And what I feel like is because, people are actors or they're just in an entertainment business, it makes them open to people being in their business that ain't really none of their business. And it gives people platforms and things to discuss things that ain't really none of their business, that they shouldn't be discussing. And the Smiths and their lifestyle, what goes on in their marriage, what goes on with them, they've been the butt of jokes for the past 2 years. Like, ridiculously. Now, I support Will Smith on everything that he did, and I seen that he issued apology, and I'm like, for what? Chris Rock. If y'all comedians, and one thing I love about Kevin Hart is that Kevin Hart talks about his own life. Y'all comedians need to find content that don't require you to make a butt joke out of other people on sensitive situations in public places. She just did a big old thing. She's constantly always talking about her hair. She just did a big old interview on her hair. And you guys are always talking about his son. You guys just made fun of him about the August Alsina situation. And Jada was not laughing. And I'm not going to lie. When I was married or even in a relationship, it is your job to protect your significant other. It is your job to protect your family. And she was hurt. She was hurt. It's not about, can your woman take a joke or your man take a joke? They don't have to be able to take a joke at the expense of a stranger or a friend. And honestly, it shouldn't even be required in a relationship. Like, if it's not funny and it hurts my feelings, that should be enough. And the joke should be gone. But you just humiliated me in front of all these people on a subject that's sensitive to me. And a lot of people were like, now, you don't get to insult people and then they have to, because of where they're at. Yes, as adults, we should consciously be like, okay, we can't act up in every little situation. But sometimes it's warranted. It's needed. And I'm like, it's just unfortunate. It just happened at the Oscars now with all these white folks. It's just, it's just unfortunate. But I 100% stick beside Will Smith because you humiliated his wife and hurt her feelings about something that she talks about all the time. She shows us her scars. She shows us, and then my question is, why do black women always have to be the butt of a joke? I don't know, and I'm not just saying, or why do women in general? Because, we could pull out the Kanye West situation, what he did to Taylor Smith and Beyonce, that was crazy too. But nonetheless, I was glad to see Black Will Smith openly defending his wife. It didn't matter how he did it. He did it. I was glad to see that, that he went up there, him and Chris Rock could made up. I seen that they, talked it out. He issued apology, things like that. But at the end of the day, it still remains true. Stop speaking on men's wives and people's husbands. That's people's families in general. The social media, the world, it's too much. It's too much. Their privacy is already being violated, because who in the hell, I have, my kids did not sign up for this life. My kids did not are not asking to be famous. My kids are not asking to be videotaped, taken pictures of. And that's why I don't even post my own children. So for me, I'm like, if I go out and I'm not this big, but I will be one day, no, the paparazzi does not have the right to follow my children around. No, they do not have the right to, comedians got the right to joke on my family. If you want to attack Will Smith and you got jokes for Will, give Will the jokes, But that was insensitive. And whether he knew it or not, that was insensitive. Demi Moore cut her hair for the role that she wanted. Anybody who knows Jada Pinkett did, she didn't want to do the big chop. And I think Will Smith had enough. People are showing Will Smith had enough. He was talked about the August Alsina situation. He had his book. Y'all been talking about him having an open marriage for years. I think they've had enough. And he's not the only celebrity. A lot of these celebrities, and for me, this is another reason why I struggle with me really coming out and doing more, is because the more famous you are, the more stuff and criticism that you open yourself up to. And I even tell myself, Lord, am I even ready for that? And am I mature enough? Because I will have a Will Smith situation. And I'm like, Lord, am I prepared for that? And I think with this past year, I think the Lord was preparing me for that. But if you listen to Will Smith too, people they're human. They're human. Entertainers, we're not your punching bags. People even come in my comments saying the most craziest thing. We're not your punching bags. But yeah, we're not. You're punching. We're not punching bags. Yes, we provide services, but for people to be just in your comments, just talking crazy, and honestly, real regular people, not just entertainers, have to deal with that. Regular people have to deal with that as well. Again, I support Will Smith. I don't feel like he should have issued an apology. I'm glad no charges was pressed against him. No charges were pressed by Chris Rock. I'm glad they were able to talk about it. But at the end of the day, I don't feel he did anything wrong. He stood up for his wife. And it has to be respected. He did talk about something insensitive. Yes, he did not know. But I think, aren't y'all supposed to do y'all research before y'all be cracking jokes on people? Hello, do your job. Anyways, y'all let me know in the comments how y'all felt about the situation.